back to another review by Projects. I'm Psycho, and in this part I'm going to be reviewing Half-Life 2 Episode 1. So, Half-Life 2 Episode 1 is the first add-on for Half-Life 2. It's a first-person shooter video game, as all of them before, developed by Valve Corporation, and is an add-on for the second part in the Half-Life series. The main character hasn't been changed since the first part. You're still playing as Gordon Freeman. But the basic change that has been made in the game is that it's not kind of a classical FPS anymore, but introduces a more puzzle kind of game gameplay throughout the whole game. As far as the gameplay goes, as said, it's still a first-person shooter video game, keeping the protagonist from the first part and the second part into the add-on. And as in Half-Life 2, you start the game with pretty much zero weapons. You start throughout the game pretty much without items, and you kind of build up your arsenal throughout the game. As you play, you get better weapons, bigger weapons, more stuff to kill the Shen with. It still features a linear series of levels, although some of them are kind of optional or skippable, and introduces various new enemies. Some allies have been kept from the second part. So that hasn't been really changed a lot. And as the puzzles go, there are some combat-oriented challenges as far as the shooting parts go, and some physics-based puzzles. In the game itself, there have been a few glitches that have been known. Some characters kind of get stuck throughout the game. In the parts where they are supposed to move, but well, they get kind of stuck in a wall or something. So a few glitches are known for throughout the game, but the game runs smoothly. Even if we take that into the equation, the graphics themselves are quite good and have been improved quite a bit. Since Half-Life 1, so it pretty much works on older and newer computers, so the specs are still kind of low, so pretty much everybody should be able to run it. It doesn't have that high requirements, so yeah, even though it's an older game, and the graphics and the requirements don't really get that far. The main part of the story, the game still is the story. The story itself is great, and since the Half-Life series has been pretty much one of the first FPSs throughout the game, throughout the history of gaming, it's pretty much the reason why the game itself is so popular. In Half-Life 2, Valve introduced a new source engine to kind of improve stuff from the first parts. So that's pretty much for the new things that have been introduced. So, well, basically, in my opinion, the Half-Life 2 Episode 1, the add-on, kind of continues the awesomeness from the first and the second part. It doesn't disappoint even in the slightest bit, since Half-Life 1 was introduced and Half-Life 2. It has a really great gameplay with a giant arsenal of weapons, a really awesome storyline which kind of pulls you in and keeps you in there throughout the whole game, and in my opinion is truly worth playing if you guys haven't played it yet. I highly recommend it. It is one of my favorite FPSs. Although it's old, it's still keeping the tradition of FPSs, and is a really great game. So that's gonna be all from my side. Don't forget to like and subscribe, comment on the videos, and I'm gonna see you guys in the next one.